So it's
Right.
a business relationship. So tell me your background and what I can do to help you.
Okay. Well, you know my name. I'm 54 years old,
Okay.
uh, and I'm from Washington, D.C. I was born and raised in Washington, D.C. Right now, I live about 70 miles outside of Washington, D.C. in Hagerstown, Maryland.
Okay.
Uh, and I moved out here. I'm actually would prefer being in or closer to DC. In fact, my mother is still there, and I visit her on a regular basis. I'm in DC a lot, but my granddaughter, my which is my granddaughter stays with her grandmother, and she lives out here. So I just want to be close to my granddaughter lost her mother, my daughter, my eldest daughter, back in June 4th, 2022.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry. Yeah.
so yeah. Uh so yeah, that's why I relocated out here. I want to be close to her and support her as much as possible. But
That's very nice. That's very
yeah,
nice.
so and in terms of real estate, I wanted to get into real estate. I had the inkling back when I was a younger man, but I ended up after I came out of the military. I went in the military in 1990 to 94 in the Marine Corps.
Oh, wow. Thank you for serving. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, you're
Yeah.
welcome. Yeah, so honorably served there, and then I came out and I started a tow business, automotive towing.
Okay.
So yeah, I was real gung ho about that. That was actually supposed to catapult me into real estate, which is what the idea was when I first started. But
Right.
you know, towing it's a 24-hour, 7-day a week thing, and it
Yeah.
sort of consumed me. And I was, like I
Right.
said, I was motivated about it when I first started. I did it about a decade, and it burned me out. So
Right. I can
you know,
understand that. Yeah. It's a
you
job, isn't it?
gotta learn how to get out of the business and scale. And I didn't have that. I didn't even have that. I didn't have the knowledge of that back then. I was real young. I just didn't know. So anyway, I got real busy. I did real good for a long, considerable amount of time. One
Mm.
time I was bringing in as much as 30K a month.
Oh,
Uh,
nice. Well, that's
yeah, it
decent. Yeah,
was
you can live off that, can't you?
most businesses, but I was making it happen.
Yeah.
But like I said, 24 hours, 7 days a week. Then I started to have kids, and I started to hate being away from home. And
Yeah. How many kids
uh,
do you have?
I have five.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah,
Uh,
you're busy. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
so
great
I
job.
have, I
Yeah.
have five. So
Yeah.
I lost one,
Oh,
but
I'm sorry. Yeah. Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
So
I
yeah. So
lost a
anyway,
son as well, by the way. I lost a son. I've got three sons and I lost
mhm,
one. So, yeah.
yeah. Sorry to hear that. Yes, it's something that you never. I don't know.
It's over.
You
Yeah, you
learn-
never get over. You lose a part of yourself, don't you? Mine had my name. It was Benjamin Graham. So,
Oh man.
it's even more painful, Yeah,
Wow.
that's
Yeah.
possible. So, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, I did that. I kind of just got away from it kind of recklessly because I just started to rebel against it. And I just didn't want no more of it. Got to a point where I just didn't want no more of the business, and I just basically just abandoned it.
Yeah.
I started to spend a lot more time with my kids, and time went on, and and fast forward to about 3 years ago, uh, and that's when I started to pick up. Oh, like I was saying, I was supposed to get into real estate. That's what the whole tow business was supposed to be
Mm,
for. So
right.
anyway, I just got, I was young, I got a little materialistic, and just, I just went the way of whatever.
Yeah.
And then anyway, fast forward to 3 years ago, I came across Pace and started following him, and it just sparked the old enthusiasm I had for it.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
really never left, but I guess I just didn't pay attention to it anymore. I just dropped it. But anyway, yeah, I always I always wanted to get into it, and anyway, I just picked it up and started running with it, and now I have a couple of rentals,
Hmm.
uh, which in this area I'm focusing on short term. I mean, not short term, but co-living rentals. So like
Okay.
uh,
Yeah. Okay.
the space, I think the deal that I think I sent you is a short term rental that I'm looking to acquire.
Yeah.
It's already set up as one. It already has it's already producing income. I just want to add another bedroom, which is a matter of moving walls up on the third floor.
Hmm.
And just take over. It's in foreclosure, so I'd like to pay the arrears and just take it over.
Yeah.
So
Very good. Very good. So are you in sub two, Perry?
no, I haven't gotten in it yet. I plan on it, but I'm not in it yet.
Right, I understand. Yeah. So you're not engaged at all. You've just been following pace and following him,
Yeah,
what he's
yeah,
doing.
I
Yeah.
mean, him and Jerry. I mean, like I just it's enough. They put so much information out there.
They do. You're
Yeah.
right. I mean, I've been following pace now for 3 or 4 years, and
Mhm.
the content is certainly good.
Yeah.
All of it. There's a lot of free content out there. Certainly. I joined Gator, so I'm a elite Gator. You know what
Okay.
that is. So
Okay. Yeah. I'm
yeah.
familiar.
We do the lending side of it, and you probably already
Mhm.
picked up on that because
Right.
you sent me a deal. So
Right.
yeah. And I'm in large multi-families. I recently started niching down in multi-families. So I've
Okay.
published a couple of books recently on Amazon,
Okay.
investing in large multi-families. And
Okay.
I also restarted my YouTube channel. I say
Oh, okay.
restarted because I'm publishing every day now on YouTube. I do have an educational channel on large multifamilies. Let me give you that. I'll give you the link to
Okay.
YouTube channel. If you like, you can subscribe and learn about the large multifamily space. I don't
Okay.
generally deal with single families or anything, but
Mhm.
um, on the deal that you sent, is it a short-term loan or how have you set that up?
Yeah. Yes, it'll be 6 months. At that time, I would um, you know, primarily or the first option would be to go ahead and replace you. But if I had to, I would just refinance it, and I could also just go ahead and sell it. But I don't see me having to resort to that. But um, I yeah, I just want to keep it's like it's a sub two deal, and I like to keep I think it's a 3 point almost 4%, 3 point something percent
Okay.
interest rate on existing financing. So I like to keep that in place as long as possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
Do you want to lift your camera up again? I'm sorry. It's like looking straight up. There we go.
right.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Okay. Yeah. Now as I say, I'm in large multi-families, so I have to keep my money. If I'm lending out of my own pocket, it has to be 90 days or less in my case, because I have to have money ready to deploy into large multifamily.
Hmm.
To acquire large multifamily, I need to have a stake in it myself for the capital raise to be credible.
Hmm.
To have your own stake in your large multifamily is part of the capital raise and instilling confidence in those who want to invest. So, in other words, having skin in the game, it makes sense. So I will do lending on on single family homes if it does make sense, if it's a deal. So we'll look at what you sent. I'll underwrite it and see if it's a really good deal.
Yeah.
Generally, I do like first position though as well.
Hmm.
And
Right.
it wasn't a first position, so
Hmm.
um,
Ask you what is your how much will you lend on a uh because also I'm prospecting up in DC, my hometown, and you know the houses there are more expensive, and they're between 500 and maybe a 1.5 mil. So I mean, I can get you know I'm targeting right now 90-day plus. So at that point, you can get properties at a pretty good discount.
It doesn't really
But
make any sense, Perry, on single family homes. When you have that much capital, it's much better to put it in large multifamilies. It's a lot less
yeah,
risk. It's way too risky to do single family homes. Doesn't make sense. Yeah.
I got you.
Anybody of wealth is in large multifamilies. I mean, Pace is that's where he gets the bulk of his net worth from, is large multifamilies. The big guys, they're in large multifamilies. So I would encourage you to, look at the YouTubes that I've sent out, my
Hmm.
books, and look into large multifamilies if you want to create wealth, because that's the way to do it. You'll be forever trying to do it on single families, and you'll lose money and everything else. I wrote a little book a little while ago, Cautionary Tales about real estate investing, because I made every mistake in the book initially. And I started with small family, multi-families. I started, it was all commercial, 5 units up, over 100 doors I had. I did the Colin Sheets, no money down, over 20 years ago. And as I say, made all the mistakes in the book, jumped back in the game in 2017 as a real estate agent, doing a bit of retail, but my heart wasn't in that. I took a lot of education, done a lot of them, well over 6 figures spent in my education, in fact, and decided the best thing is the large multifamily, because like everything else in real estate, you don't need to use your own money. You can find the money out there, plenty of money waiting to be deployed into real estate. So it's all
So
about
so
building up your network, you see.
right. So you will finance, or you will do as small as 5 units, 5 units, 6, 7, and up.
No, I'm 100 or yeah, it's a mistake to do less than 100 because of scalability is
Hmm.
issue. And it's just as easy. Oh, not easy. It's nothing's easy, but it's not very much more complicated to acquire the 100 units or more, and that's scalable because you can have your professional management, for instance. Anything less than that, you're going to attract management that's dishonest and steal from you. Ask me how I know.
Right.
Right? You've got scalability on maintenance, especially plumbing and electrical and things like that is a huge bill if you're not at the economic rate. So you scale up, it's larger, then you can employ staff because of the cash flow, and you can
Right.
have the management on site. You can have handymans on site. It's all much cheaper and easily more scalable. So that's what
Got
family, you see. So messing around with single family doors doesn't do anything. It just ties your money up. Doesn't give
you.
you
Okay.
that financial freedom. It gives you a job,
Right.
because
Hmm.
you're forever chasing these deals, trying to find
Ab-
somebody to give you the money. It's a heartache. It'll tear you apart. Yeah.
okay.
You don't
Well,
see
I take
anybody wealthy doing that. It's all
right.
in the commercial space.
Got you. Well, I see what I'll definitely subscribe to your YouTube channel and check you out.
Yeah. And it's no
Uh,
harder. Yeah, yeah, and your payday is better. You
yeah,
know,
I keep hearing.
yeah. So I've probably got thrown you a little bit, but it's worth doing. It's education. It's just educating yourself, and you're a bright young man, and you can do it. Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I would encourage you to become part of Pace's community too, because as a member, you're going to get more preferential treatment when it comes to deals and things and doing deals with pace and things like that.
Got you.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, because when
Yeah.
you're on the outside, he's not going to do any deals with you. And a lot of
Right.
people in the community only do deals inside the community for
Yeah.
safety reasons. So I'd encourage you
Mhm.
to join. And
Okay.
another thing for cash flow that I've recently been doing is promoting Legal Shield, which is like having an attorney in your back pocket. If you're serious about
Yeah.
real estate, you need an attorney every time you do a deal because you may
Right.
be sued or you need to sue somebody else to protect your business. Maybe there's a
Right.
foreclosure or something. You own a property and they stop paying,
Hmm.
then you need an attorney. So I'll put that, let me put that in the chat for you. And there's like a small business plan you can do, uh,
Hmm.
which will keep your legal costs down because you pay a monthly amount, bit like insurance, I need like a car insurance.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You hope you don't have an accident, but if you do, you get covered for the car, they'll fix it or replace it. And if you have some hospital bills, oh well, they may pay some of it, depending on
Right.
how injured you are, whether it was your fault or not. But with the attorney, with Legal Shield, you pay a low monthly amount, and whenever you need an attorney, there's not a bill. You call them, they give you the service, so you're not worried about any bills. They're not because the
Got.
company put these attorneys on retainer, so it's really cool. A
All
way of
right.
drastically reducing your attorney bills.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I was thrilled when I found it because in large multifamily, you need three attorneys. You need a securities attorney, you need a litigation attorney, and you need a real estate attorney. So you need three to do a large multifamily deal. So
Okay.
yeah, you need a good um, access to legal counsel at an economic rate. I mean, he pays what? Sean Declare, he pays him 14,000 a month. It's crazy
Yeah.
expensive, So when you get into real estate, you'll be paying a lot of attorney fees.
Right. I
Yeah.
see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's
Yeah. So I definitely check that out, Perry. Yeah.
okay.
Hmm. Do yourself a favor, set it up. Because I tell you, I would have still had all my real estate if I'd known about Legal Shield first time round. I thought I couldn't afford putting attorneys on a retainer, and I was right. I mean, but I lost my business by not
Hmm.
being capitalized. So
Right.
yeah.
Yep. I can. It's one of the struggles I had early on in my tow business. I got into. I was sued by somebody. Did I don't know. They just went through and picked some random tow companies in DC and just put them in a. I don't know if it was a class action, but they had really no specifics
Mm.
pertaining to me at all in the case. But I was listed in it, and I needed the litigation. I needed the representation,
Right.
and on that level, I got lucky because one of my friends worked for the guys I grew up with. He worked for a big law firm, and they did it pro bono. If it wasn't for that, it would have hurt me to have to
Right.
pay.
Wow.
It would really hurt me. I never forget it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
absolutely.
I,
Yes.
and I,
Yeah.
and I wasn't even implicated really in any of it, but just by being named, I needed that representation.
Right, right, absolutely. So yeah, check it out because you. Oh, and also, if you do refer people, they pay you as well. So there is a referral program. So if you joined up, for instance, I would get paid on you joining up. So you could do the same thing with others, and
Mhm.
they put money in your account the very next day after return. So it's a good way of um, monetizing, your daily, keeping the cash flowing so they can get
Gotcha,
your bills paid, So it's a really neat way of doing things. Yeah. So
gotcha.
that's what I am, an associate, but you don't have to be an associate. You can just be a member, which is a attorney in your back pocket. And they'll also do identity theft, which is pretty good as well, up to $3 million.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah. All right. Do you have any other questions or anything?
No, sir. No, sir. I'll just wait for you guys to do your underwriting, see what you can do.
Yeah,
And
oh, definitely.
I'll be
I'll give you feedback as well. Once I've underwrite, what I do is I'll send you an email and I'll give you my feedback, my reasons for the decisions that I make, and
Mhm.
it's always a learning opportunity as well. You know, you can see if you send these deals to quite a number of people, you'll get. I always ask for feedback, and then you can see, you know, what people are looking for, right? Their buy
Right,
box and you
right,
know what to look for then. You know,
right.
you become
Unfortunately, um,
skills.
yeah, unfortunately, I run into a lot of people who don't give feedback. A lot of times, I say 75% of the time,
Yeah.
there's no communication. So that's kind of frustrating to me.
Yes, it is.
Because
You need feedback because then you learn exactly what they want. And generally, as well, if there's a common theme when you get regular feedback, and
you know you got to make changes, right?
yeah, yeah, it
Hmm.
increases your skills. And so when you
Hmm.
look, you can see you become more and more skilled at finding what a deal is and what a deal
Exactly.
isn't. Yes, it saves a lot of
Exactly.
time. Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. All right, very good. Well, I've enjoyed talking to you, Perry. Nice to have met you. And
Same here.
yeah, it's very nice. So let me know if you have any other questions or anything,
Mhm.
and I'll get
Okay.
to work on that underwriting for you. All right.
Okay, buddy. Thanks a lot. I'll subscribe to your channel and check you out. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. And I may say let's meet again like this
Hmm.
if I do have some positive feedback or any more questions on the deal. We'll
Okay.
probably jump back on a video if that's the case. If not, if it's a clear no, please don't get offended. All right. You can continue to
No.
send me deals,
Mhm.
but it's
Okay.
all about the deal. It isn't about you. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Very good. All right. Well, have a wonderful day.
You do the same, sir.
Thank you, Perry. Bye bye.